Hey guys, it's Laura. So I just want to show you really quickly the finished mini album. I know in a previous video I posted what I had so far asking for suggestions, and thank you guys for giving me some ideas. It really helped. And we are leaving to go to my grandmother's house tomorrow, so I just want to show you this before I pack up. Alright, so some of this stuff I know I said in the previous video about what I did, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it again if you haven't, so in case you haven't watched it. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, so basically I just used one of the dollar chipboard albums that you could get at Michael's a couple months ago. I used the one with the top note shape. And first I covered all the edges with black acrylic paint. Laid down the papers, which are the papers from Tim Holtz Lost and Found collection, and sanded the edges and inked those as well. And the binding is just, I think this is a 1.5 inch clip. I think the chipboard came with a 1 inch, but it ended up not being big enough, so this is a 1.5 inch, and I tied on some fibers that I ordered from Creative Fiber Arts. Alright, so sorry, I was just checking my finger to make sure there wasn't glitter, and of course there is. But, so for the front page, which was a gray color, I embossed this flourish design on with UT and then stamped over it in black ink because the UT kind of discolored, or maybe it was my heat gun, but the page got discolored, so I stamped over that. I added this flower I made with a feather and some, I'm having a mind blank, what is this called? String, beaded trim, and a decorative button. This is just a piece of cardstock that I crumpled up and inked up, and the quote I did with my Dymo label maker, and it says, "Grandchildren fill a space in your heart that you never knew was empty." And then that's all I had, and then since the last video I added this bit of lace here because it was looking kind of empty. So that's the front. Oh, and also I added these eyelets, which unfortunately aren't staying on. I've tried to glue them, but that didn't work, so I'll have to think of a last minute way to get those to stick. Alright, so this is for my grandmother, and each grandchildren has a spread. And so this is my older brother Matt's, and I did, for his page, him and my grandmother really like to play Scrabble together, so I used the letters. And over here I have just a strip of green paper from the collection, and I stamped it with just a checker stamp with peeled paint distress ink and hot glued some Scrabble letters on. And then this is just a black cardstock photo mat, and I just used Versamark to stamp this flourish so it looked like a watermark. And here's a tag with coordinating paper, or the same paper, and on the back it has his full name and birth date, and there's some fibers there, and you can tuck it in. And on this page I just added some star bling and a button. Alright, so for this page, which is mine, I use the floral paper and then the solid pinkish paper. I painted up these grunge board letters from the Mixed Minis collection, I think. Painted them, cosmic shimmered them with the golden mint, and added some buttons onto this sequined trim. Let me go up there. And, oh, if I didn't say before, I also, with the front, I sprayed this with Delphinium Glimmer Mist and Silver Cosmic Shimmers. Sorry. Alright, so this page is, I have a photo mat with my favorite paper from Bo Bunny. I added some buttons, and then this tag slides out, and it has my name and birth date, and this is one of those flowers, the new flowers Michael's has by Recollections. Alright, so this is my cousin Jason's page, and in his I added a pocket, and so it has a photo mat and a tag with his name and birth date. I used thickers for his name, and added some buttons. Alright, my cousin Andrew's page. There's some glue there. Added buttons. These were chipboard letters by Colorbach that I alcohol inked with citrus and dabbed on peeled pink distress ink. And then some star bling. I inked up this photo mat, and then I was really excited about this because I was going to use this key on, I think, Matt's page, and then it didn't work out. So I wanted to use it on someone else's since I had grunged it up already, and I ended up being able to just glue the top of it, so if you hold it, this slides out as a tag. Okay, so I really like that. And then the last page is my brother's, and I added some soda. I used the soda bottle top paper, so I added some real bottle tops, some buttons. I used the letters from, I'm really having a mind blank, it's so late. I had Tattered Angels, Framed Fonts, the Pocket Watch collection, and I punched out the letters and painted them with fired brick, what is the word, crackle paint, and then dabbed on some vintage photo on top. And then I cut out one of the bingo cards, added his name, bling button, and some fibers. And then the back is my absolute favorite page. Alright, so I use the same technique as the front, but I glimmer misted it with Starfish and then Cosmic Shimmered it in the silver. I embossed the flourish, but I didn't stamp over it in black because it wasn't discolored. And I knew I wanted to have some kind of space for more photos that you could pull out, and it would be like an accordion. And then so I had made the accordion, and then I couldn't decide how I wanted to glue it on. And I don't even know how I got the idea, but I picked out this piece of grunge board, which is one of the Flourish is in the Elements pack, and this one's the polka dots. So I painted it with black acrylic, and I brushed, I'm really having a mind blank, I don't even know what these things are called. Wiped it with a metallic ink pad, glued that down, and then so I didn't glue these parts down though, so you can slide this in, and I hot glued a button onto the front with some trim that you can wrap around to close it, and it folds out for more photos. And I had inked the edges. I sprayed it with the Golden Mint Cosmic Shimmers, added a flower by Prima. This is an older one. Yep, and that's about it for the mini album. I'm sorry if this was really quick, but I really have to finish packing. We're leaving really early in the morning. So, the only thing, sometimes it's hard to, okay, there we go, to get it in there. And, oh, right, I added just some more Dymo labels that says, love you. And actually they're not sticking because I put it over the embossed part, so I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, well that's it guys. I hope you like it. Thanks again for the suggestions. It really did help to look at other people's videos, and I know another person suggested just pull out things from your stash and get inspired, and I did everything, and I'm happy with the end result. It's not as elaborate maybe as I would have liked, and but that's okay because this is my first one, and I think it's pretty good for my first mini album, and I know my grandma's really gonna like it. Alright, thank you for watching guys. Bye.